New legislation proposed by Republican Senator Richard Burr of North Carolina would eliminate all federal programs to assist small businesses. It's called the Department of Commerce and Workforce Consolidation Act, and it will combine the Small Business Administration with the Departments of Labor and Commerce. So would this be bad news for job creation? Lloyd Chapman is the president of the American Small Business League. Fran Tarkenton is a small business owner and founder of and CEO of Tarkenton Financial. Welcome to you both. Lloyd, I want to start with you because you have a very distinct point of view on this bill. What do you say to it?
Worst idea in the history of America.
All right.
We're going to the worst economic downturn in 80 years. Small businesses create virtually 100% of all net new jobs. They're responsible for half the gross domestic product, half the private sector workforce, and 90% of all U.S. exports. And Senator Burr wants to close the one agency to help America's top job creators. It's absurd. I think what it is, a power grab by Fortune 500 defense contractors. They're concerned that their piece of the pie is going to be shrinking. So if they can end federal programs for small businesses, they're going to take that money that should be going to America's chief job creators.
Fran, what do you say?
I think the guy, I disagree with your guest respectfully. President Reagan once said the most frightening 8 words in the English language are, "I'm with the government. I'm here to help." The more government we have, the worse small business is. And the SBA, nice organization, do very little good for the small business person. We need less government. The things that they do that have relevance, like education courses, that's available in the private sector, and it's much more efficiently dispersed. The SBA has nothing to do with job growth for small businesses in this country. Government agencies do not produce innovation or creativity or jobs. It's produced by hard-working entrepreneurs who are creative, who reinvent themselves every day.
Fran,
they're the ones that are creating the jobs.
Are you just saying, get off my back, government? Let me do it. I can do a better job than you can. Is that your message?
No question. In the last 2 years, we've added more regulations, more government involvement that makes it more difficult for us to be competitive in the marketplace. We need government to get off of our backs. We need to have some type of tax certainty, and today we have a disadvantage in the rest of the world, and that's why you see corporations going in other places, such as Switzerland and Ireland, to set up their organizations so they can pay 17% taxes rather than 35% taxes. Here in America, a small business guy pays 35% taxes.
Lloyd, you get in here. What do you? I mean, you obviously disagree with him. You think small business folks need help from the federal government. What can the federal government do that small business operators can't do on their own?
I don't think Fran understands that the Small Business Act directs that 23% of all federal contracts should go to small businesses. That's $230 billion a year. That's the biggest job creation economic stimulus program that's ever passed for the middle class. And to eliminate that would be insane. You're talking about America's top job creators, the small businesses that create between 90 to 100% of all jobs, and you're going to eliminate the one agency to help them. That would be insane. And then give that money to the Fortune 500 corporations that haven't created one net new job in 30 years. It would be insane, I'm telling you. It would push America into a depression.
I want you two to hear something that Jay Carney had to say about jobs. Here's the president's spokesman.
Extension of the payroll tax cut, extension of unemployment insurance, things that economists say could create hundreds of thousands of jobs, up to 1 million. So and he will continue, and they expect the president to continue to look and hunt for new and better, new and good ideas for economic growth and job creation. This president's doing that.
There you have it. Jobs are being created by this president. He's got the right idea. Fran, what do you say to that?
Presidents and government agencies do not create jobs. The jobs are created by entrepreneurs who have a work ethic, who have the freedom to go out and create and innovate, and that's where it comes from. I built 20 companies. I'm an entrepreneur. And if your guest will go to my website, onemorecustomer.com, he'll see what I'm talking about. We have all the help for small business entrepreneurs in the private sector to give them the tools to be able to have a chance to be successful. We need government not interfering. We don't need the SBA. We don't need any kind of government agencies involved in all this stuff that's happened in the last 2 years of regulations that just stymie small business innovation.
You know, Lloyd, I mean, on that topic, I have heard, you know, and I've heard people complain about this, that if you can actually get an SBA loan, then you don't need one. That the standards are so tough to get one of these loans that at the end of the day, they're not really helping the people who need it anyway.
I haven't found that to be true, but again, to tell you the truth, the main mission of the SBA is not the loan program. The main mission of the SBA is to make sure that this $230 billion in federal contracts gets in the hands of the middle class. I don't see why Fran is opposed to $230 billion a year in federal contracts going to the middle class. I don't see the downside. You know, what's the downside of that?
Great debate.
But it's also
I haven't been a recipient of that.
All right, okay. Lloyd, Fran, thanks to both of you for being on today. Really appreciate your help. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, taxpayers are footing the bill.